It started with a video, one she never recorded. Every night, something in her room was watching her sleep. The police said she was imagining it until she disappeared. And when they checked the footage, they wished they hadn't. It was exactly 2 a.m., and the room was filled with a deep, unsettling silence. Suddenly, Emily's phone turned on by itself, as if someone had touched it. A video started playing on the screen, even though she hadn't opened anything. In the video, a girl was sleeping peacefully on her bed, the room completely dark but still clearly visible. Within seconds, Emily's hands began to shake. Because the girl in the video wasn't someone else. It was her. She looked around her room in panic. But there was no one there, and yet, she couldn't shake the feeling that someone was standing very close, watching her. Emily was a 23-year-old girl who had recently moved into a small apartment in New York. A new job, a new city, and living alone, it all felt like a fresh start for her. The first few days were completely normal. Almost perfect, but slowly she began to feel a strange uneasiness creeping in. Every night when she turned off the lights to sleep, it felt like someone else was in the room. At first she ignored it, thinking it was just because of the new environment. But with every passing night, that feeling only grew stronger. One night, just as Emily was about to fall asleep, she suddenly heard a very soft voice, "Emily." Her eyes opened instantly and her heart started racing. She looked around the entire room, but no one was there. She tried to convince herself that it was just her imagination, but the voice had felt too real. Over the next few days, she kept hearing it again and again, sometimes close, sometimes far. Now it wasn't just fear anymore. It was breaking her from the inside. Terrified, one night she called 911 and, with a trembling voice, told them someone was inside her house. Within minutes, the police arrived at her apartment and checked every corner, doors, windows, closets, even the bathroom. But they found nothing suspicious. They reassured Emily that it might just be her imagination and that she was completely safe. After they left, the same silence filled the room again. But this time, that silence felt even heavier. For the next few days, everything seemed normal again. No sounds, no strange movements. Nothing unusual. Emily began to believe that maybe she had been overthinking and that everything was fine now. But one night, she suddenly woke up without any reason. The room was completely silent, yet her heart was pounding loudly. She slowly picked up her phone and turned on the flashlight. Scanning the room, everything looked normal, but the fear inside her refused to go away. As she moved the light toward the bed, for a brief moment it felt like something moved underneath it. She quickly looked away and tried to convince herself it was just her fear. But that night she couldn't sleep at all. The same thought kept repeating in her mind, what if someone is really there? Every small sound in the room made her jump. And the most terrifying part was, she was starting to believe that she wasn't alone. The next morning, when the police returned to her apartment, the door was locked from the inside, but Emily was gone. The windows were completely shut, and there were no signs of forced entry or escape. It was as if she had vanished into thin air. This case was no longer a simple complaint. It had become a mystery. Everyone was shocked. How could someone disappear from a locked room? During the investigation, one of the officers looked under the bed and found a small hidden camera. It was still recording, as if someone had deliberately placed it there. When they played it, it contained recordings from the past 30 days. At first, everything looked normal. But as the footage continued, the truth slowly began to reveal itself. And it was enough to shake anyone to their core. The video showed that every night, after Emily fell asleep, a man slowly crawled out from under the bed. His movements were extremely quiet and careful. He would stand very close to her, staring at her as if he had been watching her for a long time. Sometimes he lined near her hair, breathing softly, and then returned under the bed. This happened every single night, and Emily had no idea. The last video was different. As the man came out from under the bed, Emily suddenly woke up, her eyes locked directly onto him. And for a few seconds, the room fell into complete silence. Then the video began to shake. as if the camera had been disturbed. In the final frame, the man came close to the camera. A strange smile on his face, he softly said, "She finally noticed me," and the video ended. Emily was never found, and neither was that man. The police searched everywhere, but there were no clues. Slowly, the case went cold, but the truth in that video still haunts people. They say if you ever feel like someone is watching you at night, don't ignore it, because sometimes fear isn't just in your mind. Sometimes it's real, and if you're brave enough, check under your bed once, because maybe this time he's waiting for you.